So every blue moon, I have to use a 20 millimeter open end wrench. I've had this wrench for about 30 years, or it probably came with one of my original toolkits when I was a teenager or early teens. And that was the only reason. I had no reason to buy it, but I realized that if you do a GM in the mid 80s, or probably any of the years that had the little canister fuel filter under the car for either throttle body or other kind of fuel injection, in order to, usually you get them off, but sometimes the lines were rusted. So like you really had to hold it tight, and it was a 20 millimeter. Now obviously a flare nut wrench would probably hold it better, but because it's so big, it's usually not an issue. The bigger problem is getting the 5/8 off. What I used to do with these things was hold the 5/8 with a regular 5/8 wrench and try to turn the whole pump if one side came off. And every so often I still run into, like I had to get this all the way at the bottom of the toolbox, never use it. It's once in a blue moon. But now with these mid-80s GM cars that I use, I'm actually going to do other stuff to this car, probably stupidly, but this is a brand new oil cooler line for this 85 Chevy Celebrity diesel, okay? And the other one I'm going to get made because it's just non-existent, So I go to reach over here and I'm going to go, okay, this looks like, put the light on. I was like, that looks like 3/4. 3/4 don't fit, and then 21 is too big. So boom, perfect fit. The whole thing's moving. I'll figure that out. Maybe I can just hold it. I got only one hand here. Yeah, see, that's going to come off. They're actually not in horrible shape, but they are, a little oily and stuff. Who knows where it's coming from. But I'm going to pull the radiator out. I'm going to change the water pump, the alternator. These are all stuff I have, and being that I got to put on the AC compressor that I have to do, even though this water pump looks like it was done, I'm just doing it. I'm also doing the vacuum pump. I just don't want to touch it again, and I'll do the valve cover gaskets if I ever have to do the injector pump, and on top of that I would do the injectors. I have a set of injectors. I kind of don't want to change them until I absolutely need to, As you can see, the glow plug line, I fixed all the glow plug circuits, but this is exposed. Not really a big deal. Anyway, but that's my interesting story with the 20 millimeter wrench. Almost never have to use it, but every so often it's always a GM, and always like 80s or 90s, mostly with a fuel filter. If it's the original fuel filter, the aftermarket fuel filters, they change the size to a more common size. But I just wanted to make a quick video. I'm going to change the hoses, and like I said, I got this, the AC line. I got this guy. That was a miracle that I found it a couple of years ago. Maybe could have got something else to fit from another car and just fixed, had the end welded. I'm going to pick up, there's a solid line that goes from there to around here, so the canister can be right around here. So there's something, I think it's right, but there's no listing on it, even in the dealer websites. And I'm going to make it work one way or another. I just asked the guy how long, but I can get that line made. It's not even an issue. But pretty cool. Just wanted to run that by everybody and show them what that 20 millimeter does. It just sparks my memory that I have this one wrench, only needed one wrench, had it for 30 years, probably came in a bigger kit, and I'd be like, dude, this thing doesn't fit anything, and it's funny. The cars were too new that I was working on in order to use that, but that's pretty hilarious. Anyway, have a good day.